Hello, yes, we are on the last day of the week. Today is the last day. This Friday. So we want to look at the trades we are looking at this week. We want to see how they went, if there are any improvements we need to make on the trades we had previously, or if there are any good trades that can trade today. So we'll start our analysis from the chart we are at the moment. We are on SGBPSD Forex. You can remember previously we recommended the price may likely get back to this place. So that unfortunately happened. We said the price just pulled up from by this candle. That time this was the candle we were seeing. We only had this red candle, it was green at that time. So we expected price to move from this point up to this resistance. That did not happen. Instead, the price went straight to the lower side. So as it is at the moment, the overall trend is down, as you can see from this point where the price is currently overally downtrend. We expect price to proceed even lower as long as we are below this resistance. Price is likely and further to the lower side. The 1 hour trend is the same. We are still down, as you can see from this point here. Went down, was a resistance. It went down. We had resistance. It continued down. Then resistance, down, a resistance. Lower, we had this as a resistance, and even as we speak at the moment, the price is currently touching the same resistance. So as long as the price does not close beyond this resistance, this is a dynamic resistance, we are actually into a sell. We want price to just give us a very good signal from somewhere around this point. This is the best place. You can basically sell it even as you speak. A sell now. 0.5. You can look for a sell even now. Sell it. Then you have your stop loss above this candle. This is the correct place to have your stop loss there. Then your take profit should be below. Have your take profit around this level here. So that's whatever we are risking. We want price to proceed to the other side from wherever the price is at the moment. The 1 hour chart, we've seen this as sell, support, a support, a support. That's a break. It came back as a resistance, a resistance, a resistance, and a very good place to sell from. So you need to hold on to this sell up to the moment when the price hits your take profit at around 1.4798. So we'll move to the next chart, and that should be Euro USD. Euro USD previously was a sell. The price has been downward so far. We want to see if there's any chance that the prices continue to the lower side. So also on this one, the overall trend is down. As you can see from this point when this happened, the price has been downwards. It went down, then it tried retracing but couldn't touch this resistance. Continue down, back to the same resistance, down, same resistance, down. Then as we speak now, the price is around the same place which is the resistance previous. So this also is a very good sell. Euro USD is also a very good sell. You can still look for a sell even as you speak. Look for a long-term sell. You can sell it now. You can sell it now. Sell it and hold on to that sell position until the time when pairs shows you to do something opposite the sell. So as it is at the moment, we are holding on to a sell. We want that sell to continue pushing price even lower, and the maximum it should go up to is this place. This is the correct. This is the best weekly support. It's not only a weekly support, it's also a daily support. So if you sell where I'm saying, you need to hold on to that sell up to this level. This is 1.05276. So pick a sell right where the price at the moment. Have your stop loss above this level. This is level. It's 1.11452. Have your stop loss above. Then have your take profit here. It's very far. have your take profit at 1.05276. So we move forward. We move to the next chart, USDJPY. USDJPY was a sell yesterday, even before loaded. And remember, we were looking for a sell, and we said that the price was supposed to retrace back slightly before we can see a move even further to the side. So we want to see if price actually went as we said. USD went down. As you can see, we are still massively downwards. Price retraced, then it went down. It came back to almost the same place before it had to it actually spiked to the low side. So as it is at the moment, we are still selling. We're still sellers. We are still sellers. If price can pull back up to this resistance, we're going to look for a sell. But as it is so far, since the overall trend is downwards, the correct place to look for a sell from is this one. This is the correct place to look for a sell from. Wait for a retracement back to 109.280, then pick a sell from that point up to this level. So overall, the trend in this space downwards, but instead of selling immediately, we want price to retrace back up to the line which I've drawn, so that you can pick a sell at the lowest risk possible. And on the one force, the same level still holds. We have it actually here. So on the force, it's a zone. It's not one straight line. It's a zone. The entire place a support, a support, a support. Price went below, came back to the same place, and then this was supposed to, this is the best place to look for a sell from. So if you're doing forwards, you can still wait for a sell from this place. Have your pending sell limit, but your stop loss has to be above at this point. And now we're also in a sell. As you can see, one actually started selling off from when the price was here. We started looking for a sell from when the price was here. Started selling from this point. The price has been downward since. So as you can see from this chart here, this was a very good sell place, and if price can pull back up to the same level, then this will be a very good place to look for a sell. So we basically want price to pull back up to this level, up to within 109.272, 109.221, that you can pick a sell towards the daily level, towards 107.646. So we'll move forward. We'll move to the next chart, and that should be SP500. Previously, SP500 was a sell. Want to see if that sell actually went as I said, or if there are any changes we need to make on that index. So yesterday, if you can remember, we actually said there was a sell which was starting at this point. Then we ought to have sold immediately this candle. So if you sold it, the price actually went as we said. We are still downwards. On the daily, we have just begun moving downwards. We expect that to push price up to this level, either this support here or the next one. So as it is at the moment, SP500 is a very good sell. Expect price to keep selling off up to either 2742.0 or 2670.3. These are the only two places. Sell when the price pulls back to the upper side, but only sell up to either this level or the next one. Hours, we started selling off from when the price was here. This was the correct place you ought to be looking for a sell from. This was a very good sell. Then we are still into a sell even as we speak now. You just want price to pull back up so that you can pick it at the lowest rates possible. The one now, we are still sellers, still looking for a sell. So in case the price pulls back to the upper side, that is, instead of heading straight to the lower side, it comes back to the upper side, then these are the correct places to look for a sell from. Look for a sell from somewhere between these zones. You look for a sell from between here, support, it's a break below. It should come back to the same point, 2805.5.2. So SP500, we are into a sell, and we want price to retrace back to the upper side so that you can sell it at the lowest risk possible. That's the correct way. Price should retrace back to the upper side so that you can sell it at the lowest risk possible. So we move forward. We move to our next chart. That should be Brent oil. Brent oil previously was a sell. Just want to see if that sell went. So perfectly, as I mentioned yesterday, we have been going down. The price went down clean, as you said yesterday. This is good. It's very, very good. So you can remember yesterday we actually had a level at this point. Do a line here and a support, a very, very good support. This point price went support, broke below, came back to the same point, and as we speak, it is when we are seeing a sign that we're supposed to go down. This red dot here is a sign that we're supposed to go downwards. So if this candle closes as a red candle, it means that we are still continuing down. So as it is at the moment, we are still selling. We started selling from when the price was here. We are still holding on to that sell. If you didn't sell it here, the next best place to sell from is either this place here, where price gapped below today. This is very, very good place. A support. It's a gap below. So should price pull back upwards above 65.057, this is a very good sell place. You want to sell it from that point up to the next level, which is here. Look for a sell from this level. Expect that sell to push price up to 62.75. That's on the daily. The 4-hour chart, actually on the first, there's something else. The price is likely to pull back even higher. So you are likely to see something like this. The price may pull back up to around this point. This is a support. From first we have this as a support, then price broke below. Want it to come back to the same point so that you can pick a sell at the lowest risk possible. So as it is at the moment, you can see that we were actually supposed to have sold when the price was here. We were supposed to be looking for a sell from when the price was here. Instead, the price went down without us picking a good trade. But if you sold it there, good. If you are waiting to sell it, this is the correct place to sell from. Then on the 1 hour, sell into a sell, a support. It's a break below. Price should come back to the same point. That's around 66.494, 66.272, so that you can pick a sell at the lowest risk possible. So as it is at the moment, we are still selling. We are still looking for a sell on this symbol. Just that the price needs to pull back up to a level before a sell. So we move to the last symbol. That should be gold. Previously, gold was a sell. We want to see if that sell, as you said, went as you said here. So we were stopped on this one. Actually took a sell when price came to this point some few days ago. I took a sell at this point, if you can remember. Somehow the price pulled back up and even took out our take profit in stop loss. Took a sell here. The price pulled up and even closed beyond 1287.07. So in my opinion, this is now a buy. As long as the price is held above 1287.07, we actually expect it to move even higher. So a retracement back to the same point will mean we are looking for a buy to the very top. So on the other hand, we also have this. We also have a very good trend line where price has to clearly ascend above before you can say that this is a good sell. Have this as a resistance. Then there's this one also as a very good resistance. So have this as a good resistance there. And there's also this one as a very good resistance. So in case the current day candle closes above this trend line, that's the correct time to look for buy. If the current day candle closes above this daily trend line, then that will be a sign that you're heading. But as it is at the moment, that buy is still invalid. Wait for price to either close above or close below. You can say that you can bias in the direction. So this according to the daily. The force, we are active. We have just started an uptrend. As you can see, we have just started a move. We started at this point. This is the first one, first sign that you are heading upwards. Next one, you're supposed to be in a trade. So we want price to retrace back. According to the force, we have actually broken that level. And we want a retracement back to this point so that you can pick a buy at the lowest risk possible. 1 hour, we are still upwards, and we started that up move from the moment when price was here. We're still somehow upwards. The 30 minutes, the same thing, we are still upwards. So if you want to trade gold successfully, you better be looking for a buy position. This one, expect price to move even higher. And now that we've confirmed that on the forward chart, the price is actually above trend line where we wanted it to remain below, price is likely heading even higher. So gold, I recommend you look on the lesser time frame, 4 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, look buy. But on the daily, you have to wait until the end of the day so that you can know whether the price continues according to said. So thank you very much. If you are listening to this video on YouTube or whichever media, if you're on YouTube, that is, please you should subscribe and like it. Just below the video, there's the like button. There's a thumb pointing up with the main finger pointing upwards, and like it. Also leave a comment here. Put that. You can leave a comment with any question you want me to answer. Hello everyone. And leave a comment here. Leave a comment. Okay, so okay, I'll look at that. Let me check it immediately. Euro GBP. Check it straight away. So before even I load that on my screen, I want to say that Euro GBP is like, it goes exactly opposite currencies where the pairs where GBP is the main pair. It's like the base currency. So this is Euro GBP. They're actively upwards. As you can see, even before I say anything, you can see that the price has been upwards from the moment when price hit this level 0.86318. Price has been upwards. So as it is at the moment, we are still upwards. Just there's a resistance here that price has to break above. Price has to go beyond 0.88372. Price has to break clearly above it. Let price go above, then retrace back slightly to the same point. We can pick a buy to the very top. So I hope that answers your question. That answers your question properly, that we are upwards on Euro GBP. So you ought to be looking for a buy, but look for a buy only when price has gone beyond this level. Only when the price has gone above 0.88372. So this one I'll buy it, but only when the price is above. So the overall trend is upwards. Everything is indicating, supporting that upward position, but there's a level here which price has to clearly ascend above by even higher. So thank you very much. See you again on Monday at the same time.